Okay, welcome back. Here we are with another tournament, the first tournament of 2019. Winter Slopes Tournament is what it's called. It's going to start on Monday, January 7th, as you can see the backgrounder states. Looking forward to putting this video out for everyone to take a look at and learn some information, hopefully. If you're new to the tournament realm, let's go over some things real quick. This is really going to be between rookie and pro, okay? So let's start there. Rookie, it's going to cost you $10,000 to qualify. If you qualify on one of the first 3 days of qualification, which is Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, you'll then automatically be entered into the the qualifying round, right? And if you make it through that qualifying round, being in the top 50% of 100 players, you'll then make it to the weekend round. And all 3 of those rounds, if you make the succession, will only cost you 10,000 coins for entry. If you're in the pro, it'll cost you $100,000 on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday to qualify. If you make the qualification, then you make the weekend, again, it will only cost you 100,000 coins to make all 3 tournament applications, such as the qualification, opening, and weekend rounds. So we'll just start there. All right, let's move on. Here are the holes. There are 2 different courses that are going to make up this tournament this week. There are no new holes. So if you're new to the Golf Clash application, these may be new, some may be new, some may be old. If you're a veteran, well, all of these, you've played them numerous times. So the 2 courses are Greenock Point. Those holes can be found on Tour 5, which is a rookie tour, 9 and 12. So tours 9 and 12 are pro, expert, and master levels. If you then take a look at some of the other holes, which is the Vineyard Acres, that can be found on Tour 8, which is also a pro and expert only level. So for the Greenock Point, where you have 4 out of the 5 holes you can practice for the rookies, right? And then the other 5 you can practice both for pro, expert, masters divisions. So that we will start with. Okay, let's go to hole number 1. I have a ticker going across. It's On the Screws Golf, which is on YouTube, our channel. But also I wanted to give credit to golfclashnotebook.io. What a great website. Lots of information. The majority of this information is where I pulled it from. So the pictures, had to do some legwork on that and get all of those cropped appropriately. But these pictures and the descriptions for each of these holes I've taken directly from golfclashnotebook.io, and I wanted to give them all the credit. So let's start with hole number 1. I'm not going to spend too much time on the descriptions after following each of these holes because I'll give you what you need to know, I believe. So in the rookie division, you're going to be using either a quarterback or an extra mile, okay? And what will happen is you're going to follow that black line. You're going to aim up the left. That's a pretty steep embankment up there. You're going to aim it into that side of that hill, and you're going to want that ball to run along the top of that ridge all the way to about halfway onto the green, up around that ridge, and then have it fall down towards the hole. It's not that difficult to get the ball close, but it's very difficult to get a hole-in-one on here. You have to have the perfect execution. What I'd like each of you to remember on this hole, up at the top left third of that green, you're going to see a shadow from a tree that we can't see right now. But on that shadow that's on that green, you're going to want your ball to go through that shadow in the bottom third of the shadow. And if you can get your ball to roll through that shadow, you're going to get close every single time. Won't guarantee a hole-in-one. I won't guarantee a win, but you'll be close. So again, you're going to use driver here. It's either going to be an extra mile with some top spin, with some right spin and a little bit of right curl, or it's going to be a quarterback or something that has some good ball guide that's going to give you the opportunity to keep it out of that rough up top. You're going to use top spin, side spin to the right, and then some curl to the right. All right, that's hole number one. Here's the description for hole number one. You can see that. I'm not going to go through all of this, but if you want these descriptions, you can find them directly on golfclashnotebook.io. All right, here we go, hole number two. On the majority of these, I want you all to pay attention for rookie to the black line. All right, that's where we're going to play. Black line is for rookie. You look at the white line, that's masters, expert, pro. All right, that's where they go. Not saying that you can't do it. I'm just saying it's a little bit more tricky and a little bit more technical. So with the black line, you can take one of your drivers and you can take it into that first fairway, bounce it over all of those bunkers onto the fairway or into the rough with topspin and roll it out onto the green and have a very easy makeable eagle or birdie chip or putt. Okay, the white line for the pro and experts, that's a little bit more technical. You're going to use a driver that has a little bit more power in it. You're going to be able to hit it into that rough between the two bunkers there with some backspin and some right curl and possibly a hole-in-one opportunity. Okay, again, rookies, you're looking at extra mile, the extra mile and or quarterback, where you can hit that first fairway, bounce it into the next fairway with some curl to the right and get it on the green and make an eagle putt. Here's the documents that go with that hole, but you can go out to golfclashnotebook.io for that information. Hole number three, which is hole number 6 in the Greenock Point, right? And Greenock Point is either Tour 5, 9, or 12. I can't guarantee you that this will be in Tour 5 for the rookies, but the pros and the experts, obviously you can find those holes in those 3 tours. All right, varying wind speeds. I'm sorry, guys and gals. I have to go back to that hole right there. So sorry. Right here on this hole, a plus 10% adjustment will be needed on your tee shot. You are going down significantly downhill, and if you do not adjust for an additional 10%, you will have that wind push you right into the rough or into that trap on your first tee shot if you're going to bounce it over those bunkers. So let's give an example. If you have 5 miles per hour wind, you have to add 10%. So 10% of 5 is 5, right? 0.5. So you're going to go 5 plus 0.5 equals 5.5. So you're going to adjust for the wind 5.5 miles per hour of adjustment instead of just the 5. So that should help you not fly your ball into the rough or into the bunker on the fly and get yourself in trouble and not have an opportunity for the eagle. All right, moving back on. Sorry about that. All right, par 5. This is hole number 3 in the tournament, okay? But it's hole number 6 in Greenock Point. All right, again, tee shot, downhill, 10% adjustment. 5 miles an hour, 10% is 0.5. 5 plus 0.5, 5.5 miles per hour adjustment. If you do not make that adjustment, you will hit it into the rough. You will hit it into the rough and not come out of the rough on the other side or go into that bunker, and you will not have a chance at eagle. Okay, on this hole, you're going to use your extra mile or maybe even a club like the Rock or the quarterback that gives you a really great ball guide, a long extended ball guide, and then you're going to have your second shot between those two bunkers in the fairway, that second the third dot from the tee shot to the landing zone to where it should roll out, I think that's a little aggressive. I don't think we're going to get it that far. I think it's going to be back closer to the bunkers. So with that being said, we're all going to be using the big dog on this hole. Or if you don't have the big dog leveled up enough where you don't have a lot of distance and roll, and you have a club that may be like the Hammerhead that may have slight shorter distance but longer roll, you may want to consider that. But go through the club accuracies, go through your club stats, find out which clubs give you the longest flight in air, and then how much roll after that. You'll be wanting to use those clubs. So, extra mile or quarterback on the drive, big dog on the second. You're going to take it up onto that pad near the green up there. You're going to bounce it over the rough. If you can bounce it just over the rough on the other side of that pad and hit to the front of the green, that front of the green slopes significantly away from you and down towards the hole, and you will cozy up very close to the hole for an easy eagle putt. Extra mile or quarterback, big dog, putt, and that gives you an eagle. Okay. All right, this is tournament hole number 4. This is Vineyard Acres hole number 6, and unfortunately that's only found in Tour 8, so any of the rookies, pay close attention on here because you're not going to be able to practice this one. All right, this is a par 3, a very difficult par 3. The fairway in front of us here is sloped vertical. So if you hit into that and you hit it with backspin and right or left spin, it is just going to be exacerbated even more. So what you need to do if you have a really good club like a Backbone or a Guardian that has a lot of backspin, that's the club you're going to want to choose, maybe even a Saturn. Only problem is I don't know if the Saturn's going to make it there to fly the green to use the backspin. If you can't, you're going to have to use like the Goliath or something like that, which gives you the opportunity to hit it up on the front of the green with your backspin and some curl or some spin left or right, depending on the wind direction, so you can get it up there close for a easy birdie putt. So this is more like a, for the rookies, Backbone or Goliath. And for the pros from the second tee, an expert, you're going to be using a more than likely the Guardian because of its backspin. Some people will use the Sniper if it's leveled up high enough. All right. Yep. Okay, here we go. This is I can't read this, sorry. Hole number 5, which is a par 5, and this is actually hole number 4 on Vineyard Acres, okay? So what we're going to do again is concentrate on the black line for the rookies. The white line, absolutely not. The only way you're going to have the white line is in rookie is if you're an expert or a pro and you have such big clubs that you're playing a rookie tournament for whatever reason, or you're in the tours playing the rookie tours and you're blasting the ball down there just for practice. But let's concentrate on that black line. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use the extra mile, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to land it over that rough right short of the edge of the fairway with our top spin, full right spin with some curl to the right, and we're going to bounce it over the waterway onto that fairway and then set ourselves up for a second shot, which is more or less going to be a Backbone or a Goliath, and in some case if you don't hit it far enough you may have to use your Viper or a Guardian or something like that, which is going to be a low level, and that'll be a little bit of a risky play because of the limited backspin there. What I suggest you do, and this is really a good opportunity for you to go to golfclashnotebook.io. This is the hole. If you're going to ever use a power curl shot, this is the hole to do it on. And right at the top under power curls and wind adjustments on golfclashnotebook.io, it has a section on how to power curl, and it has a whole diagnosis and a chart of all the different clubs that are in the game and how much curl you have to, or rings adjustment you have to adjust for if you're going to power curl, and then you have to add that on top of your wind adjustment. So it takes time to practice, it takes time to get good, it takes time to get confident with it, but on this shot, if you can pull the power curl off, you will be 390, almost 400 yards down there, and that's where you have a very short iron or a short long iron in, and that's where you can use the rough bump, and you can bump it just off the front edge of the green from the rough and make an albatross. All right, so this is where you can make some strokes up on the field by using the power curl and the rough bump for an albatross. Okay, here we go. Let's go to hole number 6. Hole number 6 in the tournament, and then this is a par 4, but it's hole number 2 in Vineyard Acres, and unfortunately, again, it's not available for the rookies to practice, but the pros and experts can go see it. But we've had this tournament hole before. Hopefully, anybody who's watching this knows this pretty simple. Again, rookies, let's stick with the black line. Hit the ball straight up there, a little bit of forward roll, so ball extension, so give yourself some topspin bars, and then keep it straight. Make sure you have the right wind adjustments because it does get narrow up there. Once you're safely up on that top area behind that bunker, you have a straight shot in there with a Viper and or a low-level sniper. You're going to use 2 or 3 backspin, and you're going to do some left curl, and that's going to cozy in there right on the green for an easy birdie putt. Or if you practice enough and get some good wind, you might even be able to make an eagle 1 or 2 times out of the opening, the qualifying, and the weekend rounds, which will be 1 stroke on the field. Okay, white, again, that's so risky. It's so silly. You think you have a more advantage based on being closer, but the angle is so bad, and your clubs just at this level in rookie just do not have the amount of backspin that you need to take it in from that direction and keep it close to the stick. So those are my suggestions and observations as I've gone through the game. So stick with the black line, in my opinion, in the rookie. Pro and expert, be aggressive, do what you need to do. You got the upper level clubs. Okay, hole number 7. This is a par 3. This is hole number 1 in the Vineyard Acres. And this right here is a straightforward hole. Okay, we're going to use the Backbone or the Goliath in the rookie. In the pro, we're going to be using a Sniper or a Guardian. And what we're going to do for both divisions, you're going to take that black line. You're going to hit it before the rough in front of that sand trap. You are going to put enough backspin on it, which is about 1.5, 2 backspin, just enough to clear that bunker and the rough, bounce down on that hill, and just slowly move towards the pin and a hole-in-one. In the last tournament, made like 3 or 4 hole-in-ones on this because I aimed just left of the stick, okay? And with the right adjustment towards the wind, of course, I was able to make those holes-in-one. Now, I don't know if that adjustment will be correct this time. They may have just the in-game application and the topography of the greens or where we land the ball, so it may be different. So it may be a little bit more difficult to get holes in one. But if they haven't changed the topography, short of the bunker, just over the edge of the rough on the green, roll it down. Make sure your ball guides to the left of the stick. Maybe get yourself a hole in one. Okay, now we're on hole number 8. This is a Greenock Point hole. It's a par 4. It's tournament hole number 8 and Greenock hole number 2, which you can find in Tour 5. So you got 2 options here, okay? And you know what? To be honest, in the rookies, you can go either way. If you have a high enough extra mile, okay, with enough topspin, the black line with the downwind, usually in the tournaments, that might be your best option. You're going to want to adjust for about 5 to 10% adjustment for the wind, so you don't, again, fly it over your landing zone, which is on the fairway, and into the rough, which then you'll just roll right into that lake, and then you'll be teeing off again for your second shot. So what we want you to do is land it at that first black dot. We want you to put full left spin, full top spin, and as you bounce off that fairway, it'll bounce near the edge of the rough. It will roll through the rough, through the little bit of a fairway that's there, the 2 cuts, and right on the green. This is a potential for hole-in-one for more advanced players with advanced clubs. If you look at the white line, again, extra mile, perfect opportunity downwind is for you to maybe a little bit of overpower, full right spin, full right curl, and hit it out onto that pad in the left fairway, bounce it over all of the rough and the bunkers, and roll it out near the edge of the green for an easy chip at an eagle, okay? So pro and expert going to be going for it for sure every time. Rookies, your option. You want to go for it and see if you can get it done, and then leave yourself a possible eagle putt, eagle chip, or a rough chip. Or you could take it the white line, which I think is a little bit less aggressive. Hit it out there into that middle fairway, bounce it over to the fairway close to the green, and give yourself a possible eagle chip. All right, that is hole number 8. And finally, we come to hole number 9. Okay, this is a very difficult and long par 5. This is Vineyard Acres par 5. It is hole number 5 in Vineyard Acres and the number 9th finishing hole for the tournament. Okay, so if we have a lot of wind and you have a leveled up driver, the black line flying over the bunker and rough might be your play with some backspin and left spin and settle it down there where that second black dot is, okay? If you do not have a leveled up driver, you can still get down close to that second black dot using the first portion of the white line, but then with top spin and right spin on your driver, you'll be able to land between those bunkers in that fairway and scoot down towards that black second dot, okay? You don't have to just like bounce it short and roll it in between the bunkers where that first white dot is and then go that angle. That just takes you completely out of play. You're gonna only make a birdie going that way, okay? Unless you chip it in for your third shot, but going over all of that bunkers and all of that rough with all that wind, the ball being in the air longer, it's a very difficult second shot from that white line. So for all of us, your best option is the black line if you have a leveled up driver. If you don't have the leveled up driver, use the first portion of the white line, land your drive where that first white dot is, full top, full right, and get it down where that second black dot is. Now, on the second shot, everyone should be using the big dog because this hole is just too difficult to try to squeak a sniper and its long ball guide in between the rough, the bunker, and the fairway and try to get it up there close. It just doesn't work out. So, again, extra mile, leveled up, take it over the bunker, not leveled up, take the white line, full top, full right, get it down that second blue or black dot, big dog on your second, hit it short, bounce it over, get it close, make an eagle, okay? So those are the holes for the upcoming Winter Slopes Tournament. Again, this is the first of a couple videos I'll probably put out. I'll probably play some Tour 5s and Tour 8s just to try to get some holes in to show you the different opportunities and the different looks and how I play the holes. But also, subscribe if you like the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Throw some comments in the comment section. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when new videos come out. And again, shout out to golfclashnotebook.io if you have additional questions or comments or anything like that regarding any of the tournaments, tournament holes, or any of the verbiage that goes with these holes. By all means, get out to golfclashnotebook.io to find out that information to better your skills, better your information. The more information you're armed with, the better you'll do in the tournament. So good luck to all of you. Happy New Year. God bless all of you, and have a wonderful week. Thanks.